Now, have you ever been on an Advent window tour? It's a lovely festive thing to do if you wrap up warm and then go and see all the Advent windows lit up. They tend to be, well, certainly in my area, they tend to be lit up kind of day by day. So we've reached number 6 now, and that's in the avenues. It's been huge there for decades, but communities across East Yorkshire and Lincolnshire are not going to be outdone. Just near Brigg, the villages of Cadney and Howsham have organised a festival of festive windows. Amanda is outside Debbie's house for us this morning. Good morning, Amanda.
Morning. Oh my goodness, Sally. This village is buzzing with lights and things. Well, I've literally just run down the road as far as I think my microphone will reach outside Tracy's house. Tracy, I'm concerned about the gin in your window. Tell me about your window.
Well, I didn't drink it all on my own. It's my collection of empty gin bottles that I normally have little Christmas lights in them all year round, you know, the little bottle lights. And so I decided to just put them all together in the window for Christmas.
So jingle bells, jingle bells. Well, let's keep walking through the village because let's walk. Oh, this house looks lovely. There are candy canes in the garden, lovely little Christmassy deer. Debbie, is this, I mean, obviously you've taken part, Tracy, but Debbie, is it your thing, Debbie?
Yeah, I came up with the idea one day last year when I was out for a walk because it was locked down and everything, and we thought it'd really cheer it up, and everybody really enjoyed doing it. So we asked them if they wanted to do it again, and as you can see, quite a few people said yes, and they've joined in.
The nice thing is, because obviously I'm loving the snowman and the little dog and Father Christmas here at this house. Obviously, a lot of the time, you just light up your window when it's your turn on the calendar, but you've done it differently, haven't you?
We have. Last year, the ones who had the highest numbers didn't get their display on for long. And also, we wanted to encourage as many people to do it as possible. So we decided if we gave one start date for everybody to join in, we could have as many people wanting to take part as could. So we've got 24 windows in Howsham, and there's only 2 streets in Howsham. And we've got 11 in Cadney, and plus loads of people have lit the gardens up, even if they haven't done a window display as well.
It is, it's really jolly, and I'm sure all the traffic coming past is enjoying it. We've made our way outside your house now, Debbie. Angels come in many forms. Tell me about your angels.
I started off, a lady up the street, a really lovely, gave me an angel, put me an angel through the letterbox last year and put a little note with it saying thank you for what you do in the village, and I kept her rung up all year because I really liked her, and then she was my inspiration when I was thinking of what to do, of what else I could do. So the lady who made my felted angel, I got in touch with her, and I've got 2 more in the window as well. I've called them Millie and Lily. And I've got a nice tall one I've called Long Tall Sally. So they haven't all got names. My mum's knitted me some. I've made some out of pipe cleaners. We've got some old ones. We found what we usually hang on the tree. My niece has drawn me a picture. And we've got some pig ones, which have got rainbow-coloured hair and rather large wings.
I love that. What are you enjoying about this trail of windows, Tracy? Have you been round the village?
Yes, I have, yeah. It's lovely. It just started last night. But it's beautiful, yeah.
We won't tell anyone. What's your favourite?
No, I haven't got a favourite because they're all gorgeous. Yeah, so many, and also varied. So many people, you know, different themes. But when everybody picks a different theme by coincidence, you know, sometimes it's brilliant just to see the inspiration and the different ideas people have come up with.
Yeah, I mean, Debbie, we followed Debbie all last year as she was walking between Cadney and Howsham trying to raise money for the church. Is this a group of parishes that is better off because of lockdown and all the ways it forced us to change?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it has brought the community together because we did things outside because we weren't busy with our usual little lives on our own, so I guess that there was a good community spirit, wasn't there, Debbie?
Yeah. Do you know your neighbours better now, Debbie?
I've always known them quite well, but we're really lucky. I've got loads of lovely neighbours. But like last year when it was the VE Day celebrations, we all set up a picnic outside, didn't we? All on a row. And then there was a lady who lives up the road, came out with her accordion and was playing us all the old-fashioned tunes and things like that. And it was just really lovely. We've got gorgeous views here, so being sat out the front was a proper bonus, yeah.
Just if you can just slow down these blinking cars that are coming through too fast, it would be perfect, wouldn't it? Well, I love the Angels. I love your other neighbour that's going on. I'm going to, Sally, carry on. There's the cafe in the village. They've invited me to come along, so I'll be there in about half an hour, chatting to the owner there. And then I think I'm going to go on to Cadney later in the programme. Yeah, the parishes of Cadney and Howsham have gone proper Christmas. It's lovely.
Lovely, Amanda. Well, you'll be ready for a cup of tea by then. We'll see you at the cafe later on. Let's join Amanda again then, shall we? It's officially Christmas in the villages of Cadney and Howsham near Brigg, as the parish's Advent window trail was lit last night. We've been catching up with Debbie and her neighbours already, but now Amanda's moved to the village cafe with the promise of hot coffee and a very Christmassy display. Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, it's really festive in Clayton's Corner Cafe here in Howsham. Gosh, it's like a tongue twister, isn't it? It's absolutely fantastic, looking very, very Christmassy. And now Steve's just been frothing some milk to make us a cup of coffee, bless him. I think, what do we do, Steve, when we're ready for service? Do we just ring that bell and you bring it? Well done for getting this place looking so festive. Why did you decide to take part?
She told me to.
Debbie has walked round the corner. I think is she the Sergeant Major, making sure everyone...
Yeah, she makes sure everybody stays in order in Howsham. That's why we've got no crime. We've got everything is absolutely wonderful in Howsham.
Now, you went out last night, didn't you? There was the Advent...
Will you follow it, babe?
Yeah, well, because the Advent windows were lit up officially right across Cadney and Howsham. So you've seen some of the windows I haven't. Describe them for me.
Well, they've got lights, and I know everybody that's done it. And there's reindeers and Christmas tree. It's unbelievable what people have done, what the effort they've gone to, and I'm sure it's only because they've done what Debbie said.
Did I see a did I see? Don't be rude. Did I see a gremlin in one of the windows? Is that a gremlin in one of the windows that came past? It's what? Sorry. Now, introduce yourself.
I am Stephen. I'm Debbie's son. Yeah, it's the child from The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay. Oh, I haven't watched any of those things. I thought it looked a bit gremlinish.
Yoda, sometimes people call it.
I thought it looked a bit Yoda-ish as well. I mean, it's really good. You're quite a young man. I mean, we're all middle-aged and everything. We're like, oh, isn't it pretty? What does a young man make of all the festiveness? Do you still believe in Father Christmas? Do you still like it happening?
Of course, Father Christmas. Yeah, of course, Father Christmas exists and all that. Yeah, but yeah, it's really nice, especially last year. I haven't had much chance myself to look around the ones this year, but I'm really looking forward to seeing when everyone's got them done and going around filming them myself. But yeah, it's gonna be. I'm sure it's gonna look amazing because it did last year. Everyone was like warming up with that, but then this year, people know what they're gonna be doing and they've got it in and I'm sure they'll have nailed it.
I mean, your mum's window that she's done, all those angels. I love the fact that the pipe cleaner angels are your late granddad's pipe cleaners from his tobacco shop. You must love stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I love the creativity Mum comes up with different things. She's always finding uses for ways of making things out of using recycling one thing to turn it into another. And that can be from different memories or from different people. I mean, I think probably in that window alone, there's probably half of Howsham's things in there somehow.
Well, it is. It's really nice. Debbie's trying not to blush a bit while her boy's being so sweet about her. So, Steve, that looks a good cup of coffee. That's why you do this for a living, isn't it? What do you like about the fact the village has got all involved in this year?
They get involved in everything in this village. It's for a small village, small community. It's ever so well supported. Anything that they do, people come along. Well, there's nowhere else to go, so they may as well.
But the thing is, we can go places this year, can't we? I mean, yes, it's getting we're starting to feel a bit twitchy with COVID, aren't we? But you must be looking forward to the run into Christmas compared to this time last year.
Yes, we are, very much so. We had we didn't have to close in lockdown because we were takeaway, so we had an in and an outdoor. So we had an awful lot of customers that couldn't go anywhere else so they were all flocking to Howsham.
Well, you might as well flock here, especially at this time of year. What's the bit of your decorations that you like the most? Why should people come and check you out?
Well, I haven't put that one out yet because it's a bit rude.
Oh, okay. Blimey. You definitely... Good grief, Sally, I wasn't expecting that, love. Who knows what goes on in Howsham? Well, it's all very tinsely
It's
and
a very
festive
close-knit
anyway.
community, isn't it?
You're not kidding. It's lovely, though. We're having a lovely time.
It certainly sounds like it. Amanda, thank you very much. Amanda, in the villages of Cadney and Howsham near Brigg, as the parish's Advent window trail was lit up last night. There she was at the village cafe, having a right grand old time. Now, Amanda has had a good job for us all this morning, getting to feel really Christmassy with the people of Cadney and Howsham, whose windows have been illuminated for the festive run-in. She's finished her coffee at Clayton's Corner in Howsham and has now moved along to Cadney, where the church hall is part of the Advent trail.
Well, Sally, Cadney has not been outdone by Howsham. I'm just looking at the church hall. It looks fantastic. We've got the three wise men. We've got Mary and the little baby Jesus. I don't know who's done this artwork. It's really nice. We've got Father Christmas and a cross. And then we've got Wendy's house next door, and that's looking really very festive. Morning, Wendy.
Morning.
Why did you decide to take part?
Well, Debbie set it up last year in lockdown, and I just decided to. It's a good thing to do for the village.
I mean, I have to say, driving from Howsham to Cadney, I now have new respect for how far you walked every day, raising that money during lockdown, Debbie.
Yeah, it's about 5 miles round trip if you start from the furthest end and go back again. I did it yesterday. I came for a walk.
It's a bit mucky down there at the minute to be walking. Wendy, what do you think these windows are doing for the village? How much are you enjoying? You know, is it bringing you together? Is it giving you a reason to get out for a walk in the cold?
Yeah, it's definitely at Christmas time to go around the village and see what everyone's done.
I saw you looking over this garden gate a minute ago. Oh, we need it in the dark, don't we?
Yeah.
What does it look like, Wendy, when it's lit up?
I haven't seen that one yet, but no, it tends to be lit up with nativity, there's presents.
I can see the little robins, and you can only just make them out. So you have to come at night, Debbie, don't you?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, the mother of the people who live there, they've helped her do her window as well, and they've done handprints and things from the children on the mum's window, which is just round the corner as well. Yeah.
Have you got a favourite window in Cadney?
There's one round the corner. Well, yours is very nice, Wendy. There's somebody round the corner who's a joiner, and he's made Christmas trees out of like pallets. Yeah. So what look like pallets, they look really good.
Are they in the garden? This is a garden design.
See, they've got a luckily bay windows. Really come in when you're doing Advent windows. They've got a bay window, and they've done. They're not huge, but they've done these really nice trees in the bay window.
Now the church hall looks amazing. Obviously, no one lives there. Who's done that window?
It's Philip and Craig.
I'm glad you're giving them a name check. It's brilliant.
Yeah, they live in the house just behind the church, and obviously their windows aren't close enough to be used, but they're very creative. So as I went, I don't suppose. And they offered to come and do it, and they've done an absolutely brilliant job, haven't they?
Yeah, really nice. Did you go to the opening last night, Wendy? Did you go to the big light switch on?
Not in Howsham, but I did walk around the village to see all the windows.
Have you got a favourite? Did you like the pallets?
The pallets look good. I saw Jackie putting them up. Yeah.
Have you got a favourite, apart from yours, obviously?
Village hall.
It does. The church hall looks really fantastic, doesn't it? Is that original artwork then? They've made them look like stained glass windows, haven't they?
They look really good. If you go and look on the inside, they've done the outlines and then painted all in between. And there's another house on Main Street, Millennium House, it's called, got a beautiful arch window, and they've filled their arch window with a really nice Christmas design as well. It's worth going looking for.
I think you need to get, particularly the Madonna and Baby and the cross. Can't you just leave those in all year?
Yeah, the man who did it actually rang me the other night and said, I think stained glass windows look really good. Why don't we just leave them up all year? I'll just do a shout out. Christmas Eve, we're doing a carols around the village, and we're starting at the first Advent window, and we're going walking around the village, singing carols and looking out for all the Advent windows before we come back here for a glass of mulled wine.
And that's in Cadney?
Yeah, on Christmas Eve at 4:30.
Oh, well, that sounds absolutely lovely. I have to say, Debbie, you do make a difference in this community. I think you're an amazing woman. Thanks for inviting us down. And remind us when we can see the windows lit up.
Every night, I hope people will put up. I haven't given people a time to switch them on, but as soon as it's getting dark, everybody should switch the lights on. There's maps in the main notice boards, and also if you go on our community Facebook pages, we've got a Facebook page and a Twitter page, and go on there and they're pinned to the top, so you can literally go on, find Cadney and Howsham Facebook and Cadney out, you know.
And you're going to be dropping some off at Steve at Clayton's Corner
Steve's got
Cafe.
some as well. He's going to leave some in the cafe for us to pick up as well. But you can also go look in the notice boards and you'll be able to get your maps from there as well.
And if you have done a window, you heard Sergeant Major Debbie Clark say, when it gets dark, you need to get them switched on. Have you had the memo there?
I have, yeah.
I'm going to come back in the dark and have a look at yours. It's looking really sweet, even in the daylight. Yeah. But yeah, the villages of Cadney and Howsham, they're near Brigg. So I don't know where you are. I don't know if it's much of a drive, but, you know, come on. So sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a ride out, isn't it? Do it at 3:30 in the afternoon and you'll just be here as the lights are starting to come on. It's a really lovely community effort.
She's right. It is beginning to get dark, isn't it? Round about 3:30 already. We haven't even reached the shortest day yet, have we? 21st of December, that is. Thank you very much to Amanda. There's those wonderful displays around Howsham and Cadney, as she says, just near Brigg.